Hey guys, today I wanted to update you about some of the new products that I purchased recently. There have been so many new releases and I've been trying to keep up with the brands. There have been so many holiday makeup collections recently and I did a lot of first impression review videos, but in first impression reviews I can't really give you an in-depth review of the products and I can't really tell you how they are going to perform. So that's why I decided to go back and share with you in this video my thoughts on the recent products that I tested. And I'm only going to be focusing on the eyeshadow palettes because I think that most people are interested to see the eyeshadow palette. And I have first impression reviews of all of the products that I am going to show you in these videos. I've done comparison videos and I'm going to have those in the description box. But in this video, let me just go ahead and update you about the recent products that I used. If that's your first time on this channel, a very special welcome. I love talking about luxury beauty and I love reviewing luxury beauty and fragrances. I also have a blog and you can check out my blog at angelavanrose.com. I would really appreciate it if you consider subscribing to my channel and if you turn the notification bell on so that you don't miss future videos. Recently, I saw that a lot of you who are watching my videos are not subscribed to my channel and I would very much appreciate it if you consider subscribing because it really helps my channel to grow. And I've been trying to be more consistent on YouTube. I'm spending a lot of time on my blog and on YouTube, and I would very much appreciate your support. Thank you so much in advance. I want to start with the Tom Ford releases because I've been mostly excited this year about the Tom Ford Holiday makeup collection. And Tom Ford released this year a very beautiful eyeshadow palette for their Soleil Neige collection, and this is First Frost. I've already shown you a first impression review, and I also compared this palette. It's very similar to last year's Soleil Neige collection, and I compared this palette to the other two palettes from the Soleil Neige collection because there are some colors that are very similar. So in case you're wondering how similar is this palette to last year's Soleil Neige collection, I'm going to have a link in the description box, but I think that this is my favorite release so far and I really enjoy the colors because even though it's very similar to last year's makeup collection, I know that a lot of people are not excited about it. The quality of these eyeshadows is outstanding and I have been using it a lot, and I mainly want to use this eyeshadow palette because I really enjoy the colors, and I love this pink color here. I also love this beautiful bronzy shade. I know that this is not something unique, and I know that this Tom Ford, and it looks like actually all of the brands decided to play safe for this holiday season. I don't know why, but for me personally, for someone like me who loves everyday looks and very easy and quick looks, I absolutely love it. And today I'm wearing this eyeshadow palette on my eyes, and the looks that I create with this eyeshadow palette, they take me less than 5 minutes. So that's why I really enjoy it. Next, again from Tom Ford, they released in Asia Nude Dip in black packaging, and I was able to get my hands on this. I don't know if this is going to arrive in the US. I hope it's going to arrive, but this has been such a treat for me because I had Nude Dip in the past. Unfortunately, I broke my previous Nude Dip and I really enjoyed this eyeshadow palette. Currently in Europe, it's available in this packaging, the standard Tom Ford packaging. This is one of my all-time favorite eyeshadow palettes. I did a first impression review and I did also a quick look using this palette, but these colors are just stunning. I love this beautiful copper rosy shade, which I like to call pink champagne color, and I really enjoyed this beautiful taupey color. So this is one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes of all times, and I'm very happy that I have it now in the black packaging. Okay, moving on to the next collection. Dior came up with a collection that a lot of people were disappointed and a lot of people were not excited about Dior's makeup collection. Also, the new Dior palettes, I have both of the Dior palettes. Keep in mind that they're only 4 grams of product inside, so you're getting less product than the normal Dior eyeshadow palette. And let me show you actually both of the palettes. Now that I had time to play with the two palettes, I'm playing with them and I'm using them very carefully because I don't want to ruin the beautiful patterns on the palette, but for sure I'm going to be ruining them. I just wanted to take some photos for my blog, which unfortunately I don't have the time to do so. So that's why I'm still being very careful with this palette, but I had the time to wear them for a week probably. And I've been creating a lot of different looks. I'm going to be posting more videos about these eyeshadow palettes. The quality is very good, but I did 2 comparison videos of these 2 eyeshadow palettes. So this eyeshadow palette, Golden Snow, is very similar to last year's Chanel Holiday eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to have a link to that video in the description box. So some of the colors here are very similar to last year's Chanel Holiday palette. And the dark palette, Black Night, is very similar to, some of the shades are very similar to last year's Tom Ford Badass. So this made a lot of people feel disappointed. Still, I think the collection is beautiful. Still, I think that if you like these colors and if you like the color stories of these palettes and of these eyeshadows, I still think that they are a nice purchase because they look beautiful, the design is beautiful, the quality is also outstanding. I personally like Golden Snow better than Black Night, and this is because I have more options to play with different colors. And the colors are not extremely highly pigmented. So the pigmentation is not great. I would say that they're more luminous. This color is pigmented and but these 3 colors, the top 3 colors, are not extremely pigmented. I would say that they're more luminous and they add some luminosity, some shine, but they're not like, they don't have like a full coverage. When you apply the colors on your eyelids, you're still going to be able to see your skin. Now let's talk a little bit about this palette, Black Night. I know that a lot of you love this palette, and I compared this to last year's Tom Ford Badass Extreme Eyeshadow Quad, and I'm going to have a link to this video. Now, one thing that I don't like about this palette is that all these 3 colors, when I apply them on my eyelid, they look exactly the same. So all of the looks that I'm creating with this palette pretty much look the same, because here we have this different beautiful dark colors. This palette is very suitable if you want to create smoky eye or evening look. I've been enjoying this palette, don't get me wrong, but a lot of the colors here, even the burgundy color, when I apply it on my eyelid, they somehow look similar on my eyelids. And if you want to create a look using different colors, keep in mind that most of the time these colors somehow appear the same. So this is something that I wanted to say, and also keep in mind that there is only 4 grams of product in this palette, which I think is a little bit of a shame for Dior. Come on, they could give us more product. I don't know why they are doing this, but anyways, maybe this is only in Europe. Let me know if you're based in the US and how many grams of product you get in a palette, because sometimes in Europe we get less product than in the US. I know that with Chanel eyeshadows this often happens. Then I wanted to give you an update about recent purchase of mine, and this is the Burberry Essentials Glow palette, and this is a face palette. I have the medium one, and I showed you this in one of my latest videos. I did a first impression and I used the colors, I used all of the colors from this palette. I am absolutely in love with this palette. The bronzers don't work for me. Absolutely, they don't work for my skin tone. I can use this bronzer on my eyes, but to be honest, I'm not very impressed with the bronzers. I think that the pale palette is going to work better for my skin tone, but I'm absolutely in love with these beautiful blushes. They look gorgeous, and I also love the highlighters of this palette. This palette is quite big, so you can see this is a Tom Ford palette and this is the Burberry palette, and you can see, like, I just want to show you the difference. So this palette is quite big, and I think that Burberry did a great job with this palette. I regret a little bit not buying the pale palette, and I'm like on the fence whether I should buy it or not, because there are still going to be a lot more new releases and I still have a budget and I can't afford to buy every single product. Next, I wanted to update you also about the Charlotte Tilbury obviously this is going to be a pre-holiday palette. I showed this as a holiday palette, but after that she keeps releasing different palettes. She released one nude palette, she released another eyeshadow quad. So with Charlotte Tilbury, she seems to be releasing a new eyeshadow palette every couple of weeks, and I just can't keep up with her releases, but I'm very happy that I got this one. And this is the Bejeweled Eyes to Hypnotize, and I have two videos. I have a first impression review and I have a full review of this palette, and I'm going to put links in the description box. But I really enjoy this palette. This is one of my favorite holiday releases. It seems that she's releasing so many new products that I just can't keep up with all of the releases that she's doing recently. Okay guys, and these were all of the products that I wanted to show you in this video. I just wanted to update you about Dior. I wanted to update you, and yeah, last but not least, I want to update you also about Chanel, because I know that a lot of you are in doubt whether they should pick anything from this year's Chanel makeup collection. I have a review on my blog, and I talked in a lot of videos about the new Chanel Holiday 2020 makeup collection. This is definitely a safe collection, and from Chanel's collection, I think the one piece that is absolutely worth the investment and worth getting from this Chanel Holiday makeup collection is the Mono Eyeshadow 927, because it is very beautiful. And I compared this to the blush highlighter. If you have pale skin like me, if you're a Chanel lover, I think this is a collectible piece and you might just want to add this to your collection. If you have pale skin tone like me, keep in mind that you can use this as a blush, but it's not my favorite blush. I'm a Chanel lover, and that's why I definitely am very happy with my purchase. I'm very happy with each of the mono eyeshadows. They perform beautifully, but the colors are not unique. You have white gold, yellow gold, this beautiful copper rosy color, which is the one unique shade in my opinion, and then you have a brown color with a little bit of green undertones, which is also interesting, but not something that is really unique. Other than that, if you like the colors, now one thing that I don't like is that Chanel actually increased the prices a lot recently, so this is also something that you should consider. But I really enjoyed Chanel's holiday makeup collection, and mainly this mono eyeshadow. So I think that was all for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me, and please make sure to subscribe, give me thumbs up, and leave me a comment. Let me know in the comments below which holiday releases you tried, and what do you want me to try, what do you want me to review, and what kind of videos you want to see from me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.